Blender for creating quick 3D models. Episode 2.
This is the plug that we developed earlier. Now let's see how to develop the body. Add a plane. This plane by default will be very big. Let's keep it for the time being 10 centimeter. By default, you can see that from the Z axis only. It will be laying flat on XY axis. Now let's tilt it to 90 degrees. And this is the plane. This is not covering the plug. So we will scale it up such a way that it covers and move it and see whether this dimension suit our requirement. Still we will scale it up in the horizontal direction. It looks good now. Now we shall edit it by selecting the edit mode. Make some loop cut. By default, the cut sits in the center. Bring it all the way down a little lower than the wall body, and another loop cut vertically here, and one more loop cut over here. Okay, now we will hide this plug. This is how it look like. Select the unwanted faces and we shall delete them. Yes, this is what it look like now. Again, we will open the plug to guide us dimensions. Let's dissolve the edge. So we will delete this edge. Now you will see the boundary of our body basic figure very faintly, unless you see them by the selection tool. It's not very much visible. Now this is the shape of it. We select the vertex using the box selection. We will shift it up till here. Okay. Again select this edge and move it, just aligning the vertical line, and we shall select this, slightly take it down to give a shape and thickness to the bottom of the body. Once again select this and see. So this red envelope describes the cross section of the body. Well, this is good enough for the time being. We will use a new tool. We will spin this. By default, it takes a spin as shown in the green circle. This is the axis we want to spin it. See? Here you have an option of selecting the axis. Around the axis, we want to spin it. Now it has made a spin of 180 degrees. Spin it for 90 degree, minus 90 degree. We will discuss why we selected minus 90 degree. It describes to a convenient shape which falls into our wanted quarter. And steps, we can increase it say 40, so that it will be very smooth. Looks to be very much. 30, fine. Let's keep it as 30. This is how it look like. You will see that it has spun in such a way, leaves a cavity all along. This cavity we will close. Now we will hide this for our working convenience. Let's go to edit mode once again and take this X-ray transparency toggle, and keeping the X-ray toggle on, select carefully only the vertices on the x-axis. See? Okay. Now right click and new edge face from vertices. By availing this, that open cavity will get closed by forming a new face. Now it has formed a new face, which we can see on the object mode. See? We have closed this by forming a new face, but we will see that this side is still open. It should not be a matter, and we will discuss why that's not a matter. This is the cross section of 1/4 of the body. So far we have created the plug and the a portion of the body. Name them properly so that down the line there will be a lot of components will be adding up. It is developed from a cylinder, so it still shows the default name cylinder. We will name it as plug, and this one we will name it as body. Fine. Now we shall add flanges. We have selected a plane. Which side is 200 centimeter to bigger one. So I make it as 12 centimeter and then turn it, rotate it by 90 degree. Let me move it a bit away from the plug so that conveniently I can work. And now we will select the edit mode. Let's do some loop cut. This amounts to raised face for gasket. This amounts to the thickness of the flange, amounts to the body, ID. Remove the unwanted faces. Delete. Delete these two edges by dissolving them. Okay. Now if I delete this edge, it only leaves a skeleton. So the shape is seen very feebly unless I select it. Let's spin this. To 360 degrees. Steps could be 60. Okay. Object mode. Again edit mode. Loop cut it. On the body. Also on the ID. Let's inspect where these loop cuts are lining up. Okay. Now we have to decide the shape of the board we will be making on this plug, for which I will be using a cylinder and select a suitable dimensions for that. Rotate this cylinder 90 degrees and check. The circular one, I will make it as an elliptical cylinder. So the elliptical axis, tentatively let's fix 6 as the major diameter and 3 as the minor diameter. I have selected this face from the side. It looks like that. So let me reshape this edge. Enlarge it vertically and size is down to suit to that boolean cutter. See this boolean cutter shape and the opening of this flange, they are more or less one and the same. As perfect as we do, so well it will yield the required shape. You place it this way and inspect all around. Now we will select the body and avail the boolean cutter. Use the dropper and select the flange shape. Using this shape, we are going to cut the body. Looks like it has worked all right. Let me confirm it by applying it. Okay. Let me move it and see. Let me move this also away. It has cut all right. Okay. Back to its shape. Now we use this as a cutter. Now we will cut this itself using the plug as the cutter. Again go to modifier, avail boolean cutter, take the dropper and select the plug as the cutter, and here let's see that there's an option fast and exact. Let's see what does the fast yield. Let's move this and see. Uh-oh. I have not applied it. Now I have applied it, and let's see. By here the center face is being filled up and leaving a cavity all over. So we don't want this way, we want it the other way. So let's select this boolean cutter and among this option we will select this fast. Use the boolean eyedropper, select the plug, apply. Yes, perfect. There's a hole in the center and this edge is precisely closed all right. Okay, this we will name it as flange. Instead of plain, flange. We shall hide it. Select the boolean. By default it is taking exact. Fine. Apply. Yes, the hole is being cut all right. We hide this also. Let's hide this as well. There is a small work still remaining. When we did the boolean cut here, there is a small portion, unwanted portion, still remaining in the center. We will we shall remove that. Carefully select this unwanted portion and then delete the faces. There's one small bit here. Perfect. We have named them already. Bringing the flange, bringing the plug. They are the valve components in bits and pieces. Inspect them from different angle. Okay. Once again, after inspecting it, we'll again hide them. Select this, edit mode, and we will remove a portion of this. It's already available as a whole, but still we are going to chop off a portion. Select these edges and delete the edges. Okay, now it's a portion, half of it. Wait, since we have deleted the half, on either side it is hollow. Clean it up. In the process of cleaning, we lost two required edges. We can create new faces. Okay. Same way, select these two vertices and then create a new edge. Okay. Now sounds great. We have recreated the last edge and see. Yes. Good. This is the half of the uh-oh, some mistakes. If you have properly selected the edges, these errors should not happen. Anyway, we can patch it up. Yes, same way the bottom. Patch up the hole. That's right. Now there is no flaw. Okay. Now we can enhance the shade. Select this edge and let's go for a loop select. We have selected all this edge. We will bevel it up. So this gives us a nice shape. The same way, okay, let's not give any segment here. Over this shape so that it might yield a smooth surface. Good. These corners are smooth, edges are chamfered so that there will not be any burr on the edge. Now, plug body. Got disturbed. Got disturbed. Put it in the right place. If you see the circular hole expands here from circle to ellipse, this ellipse is of same shape as the hole in the plug. So the flow will be smooth and laminar. Well, there are a few jobs remaining here. We can make hole here for bolt, and after finishing that we can join these two together. Well, after we joining them together, we select this, take the modifier, mirror it, in the x-axis, as well as this. Hmm, mirroring, all right, but it's not in its appropriate place. Before we mirror it, we should reorient its origin. Right click, set the origin, shift the origin to 3D cursor. Now let's mirror it. See, now it's coming perfect. You look at the back side, it resembles the valve. But for the fewer portions which we need to do further, after making the hole, we can join them to be one component. Until then, let's not remove the mirror. Okay. Let's drill hole to accommodate the bolt. 3 centimeter, maybe 1 centimeter. If required, we can appropriate further down. The length be 3 centimeters, 5 centimeters. Okay. Let's rotate these. To 90 degree. And move them up. Yes. Let me use this cylinder to cut hole, drill hole in this flange. For this, dimensions look big. Make it as 1.4. Yes, 1.4 millimeter will accommodate 12 millimeter bolt, half an inch bolt. should ensure that some minute details are not left out. One more boolean. Select fast, then take the ink dropper, cut the boolean, ensure by applying it. Point away, hide it. Well, we did not go by dimensions, just approximate positions. I won't say it is perfect. Instead of being a square, to me it looked like a rectangle. Well, now we shall for that join them together. Now they will appear to be a single component. We are mirroring y-axis. They together get mirrored up. Perfect. Now we have mirrored it in x-axis and z-axis as well. Now it gives a complete shape of the valve body. There's a small error in this. The holes are not perfectly made. We can set it alright. We don't need to redo the boolean process. We can set that alright. Let's say that hide this. We'll try repairing it. Okay, that's the possible best manually we can do. Now let's see. Not good, but not bad. Think that we can call off for the second section. In the third session, we will develop the flange for the top and finish the leg top portion.